and welcome to game number 5. It's having fun at this point. Yeah, maybe a little salty it has lost in game number 4, but hey, who knows. Oh well, Celestial open again. Okay, so on the left side, we have Pierre. On the right side, we have King Midas. Celestial's openings, once again, not much to say at this point. They've had it twice before, both building back. So last game was pretty well. King Midas got a pretty decent advantage over Yer in the early game of Game 4. Yer held Midas' Wave 13 bomb. Yer also made him leak on Wave 12. I think Yer had... It seemed like Yer had such an advantage in the mid game, but King Midas, with his orbs, even though he leaked, he was able to hold. He didn't leak too much. His orbs allowed him to hold. His ego turned out to be better than yours near the end of the mid game. I think yours Spawn of Dragon, well, it was very safe in the mid game, and it's hard to tell if in game if he needed it. It turned out to be kind of what slowed his econ down to the point where he couldn't get his 180 speed fast enough. And I think he had a gas deficit going into Wave 24, which kind of is what killed him, along with Midas' Theos kind of delaying the wave getting to his SS, but that's how the games go sometimes. King Midas and Yer both getting Zealots. So you can see one deciding to go with a Ranger ENT, I think, and the other one just going for a Sprite. Both will hold, though, so no worries there. Here can... See, can he? Nope, he can't get his... Yeah, he can't get his Daemon out right now. If this was a Cherub, he definitely would be able to sell this ENT to get his Daemon, but as it is now, he can't. Midas going for a thin defense on 3, which is fine, because since he got a Zealot on 2, he doesn't have to worry about 2 Lings on 3, which would definitely make him weak. He only sees 1. Will 1 Ling be able to make him weak on Wave 3? We'll have to see. Spirit does not fall. Sprite barely does not fall, and Midas holds with 10 HP while Yer leaks on Wave 3. This has been a little bit hard on Yer, I would think. In the past 2 to 3 games, not quite sure, but I think King Midas has been able to make Yer leak in the early game, which has given him the edge in the mid game. If Yer wants to kind of get back in the series, I feel like he needs to be able to stop these early game leaks. I mean, I know that's easier said than done because orbiting makes it a little hard to see, but I mean, these early leaks kind of gives King Midas the edge economy-wise and maybe mentally as well. If Yer thinks he can't hold, if he'll leak waves 1 through 10, then maybe mentally he might be thinking he's at a disadvantage going to the mid game, which might be why he's playing safe, but who knows? I'm not a psychologist. Anyways, both players going up to worker number 3, and both have Daemons at this point. King Midas will have enough to get his early speed upgrade. Well, yeah, we're just going to have to wait until wave 6, I believe. And let's see, did Midas orb? Did you orb Midas? No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You have enough gas for an orb yet. Here it is, but I think he's going to wait for a gas bomb on maybe an Immortal on 6, Mortal on 7. Depends on what he's in the mood for. Midas, maybe he'll orb. Who knows, who knows. It's a little too early at this point. Let's see, King Midas, he does go for the orb, I think. Yep. improve targeting. So it gets his orb on wave 6, which, depending on how good his eco is, let's see, 4, and first speed, he'll be able to bomb on probably 9. He'll probably be able to get a double or off on 9. While here, he's going for a medic on 7. Interesting. Okay. Has he gotten his speed yet? Yep. So I don't think he'll be able to get a double aura off on 7, but he might be able to get a Meta medic off. And he will hold wave 6, obviously. 235 value. He's forced to go for the melee because he doesn't know that King Midas has orbed. So this would be around the time he'd expect a gas bomb. He'd know that because he himself is going for a bit of a bomb as well. It doesn't look like he has enough gas from Muta. Yeah, but I think you should have waited maybe a little bit longer for the Titan, but no worries. So Midas will see this. 2 infantries for DPS, long-range DPS along with the Sprite. Demon DPS tank at this point in the game. And he'll be able to hold, yep. And he'll be able to counter send an Immortal, maybe a couple Lings. So at this point, your drones up once, goes for the Cherub for wave 10, debuff as well as wave 9 because Seraphim is also magic damage. But he will have to hold off this gas bomb by Midas. And Midas is free to drone up after this to 5. Since he saw that Yer spent all his gas on wave 7. Here, Damon, oh that's not good. Damon falls. And Melee won't be able to survive all this. And Melee goes down. Yer leaks 7, 6 creeps, and 1 gas send. So yeah, like I said, Midas might be a little bit in Yer's head. He's been able to exploit Yer's weakness early game with by orbing, kind of throwing off the gas timings that Yer is accustomed to. Midas can see that Yer has no orbs whatsoever, and we'll have to see if Yer tries to go for a single R9 or just 10. Yeah, it looks like he's going to gas trick for a 10 bomb. King Midas might be expecting a 9 bomb, but with a Pyro in 550 value, he's completely fine for a 9 bomb. For 10, he'll probably get this to a Savage, and we'll have to see if he holds that, but at the moment, King Midas, 5 workers, burst speed versus Yer, and with 4 workers, less army value, and not as good unit composition going into mid-game. We'll see nothing, of course. And in my opinion, he has to go for thin defense on wave 10. Like, Seraphim and Melee don't become effective until maybe wave 20, Seraphim at least for the debuff. So that and the Zergling Savage, he has to go for a sub 600 hold, and just he's got 3 units that are good for holding wave 10. So he's got to go for a thin defense. Midas going for Mortal and Mass Lings, and while you're going for Mortal Medic and 2 Lings. We'll see if anyone leaks. Midas, oh no, going for the Obliterate against the Savage. He won't get the debuff, but he'll get the higher DPS. Mortal attacking the Sprite. Let's look at Yer's side. Will hold easily.
Complete.
And King Midas will barely not hold. He will not hold. This is just what Yer needed in order to get back in this game, in my opinion. He's able to drone up to 6, which will put him on even eco with Midas. He denies Midas 80 minerals, which is what you get for killing the boss, roughly. And yeah, this lone ascended infantry won't be able to kill the boss, of course, which means Yer will get even more minerals from his SS killing these creeps and the boss. Let's see how much minerals he gets from the boss. Goes from 2028, so 8 minerals, okay, not a lot, but in total now, he's free to go up to 7. He's because King Minus bombed him on 10, so he'll probably expect maybe a 13 bomb. Probably not a 12 bomb because King Minus just took the big economic hit on 10. So we'll have to see how this plays out. King Minus going up to 7, econ wise, which is perfectly fine. No one sees anything. King Minus sending a Ling to Yer on 11. Maybe some mind game saying, hey, I'm going to bomb you on 12. Kind of go over D so I can catch back up in this economic game. See what Yer decides to do. 621. This unit composition wouldn't hold 12 anyway, so he has to upgrade to a pulverizer. Sentinel, just because he wants buffer units, I suppose. King Minus on the other hand going up to 9. Wow, very bold. Taking a little bit of risk, but he is, well, I guess he's even, but in his mind, he'd probably think he'd be behind at this point. Just due to leaking wave 10. And Damon will go down, but he'll hold this no problem. He'll obliterate a Pyro. We'll probably get a second Pyro for wave 13. And here, okay, auto again. So in this meta, if you tried to go for a wave 13 bomb at this point, you would be kind of screwed because double pulverizer will obliterate any wave 13 bomb essentially for free. No matter what other units you have, you basically kill wave 13 for free. Kimai is still going for second pyro, which if Yer did bomb, Kimai might leak a few, but he definitely wouldn't have died. Now that both see nothing, they're probably just assuming wave 14 bomb, which is standard. But no, King Midas orbing up his attack to 4 orbs on improved targeting, and another 3 on subcannons. Interesting.
Upgrade.
So maybe he might be anticipating that he'll leak wave 14, but you don't need this much, so he might be anticipating wave 17 leak, or he's basically either that or he's assuming he does not leak this wave 14 bomb by Yer, which is Bortle, Hellion, Goliath. If he leaks this, it's bad because Yer will see he spent all his gas into ores, but if he doesn't leak it, Yer will be very, very confused. So it's a little bit of a gamble, but he just barely will leak it. And Yer holds, obviously, but so now it's up to Yer. This is the hard part about going against an orbiting player. So you look at their leaks. Now, staying on Yer's vision. Now you look at their SS. You click on their SS. You see 139 to 149. How many orbs is that? Is what you're asking yourself. How many orbs did he orb early game? How many orbs were for pure defense on 14? How many orbs did he orb before wave 14? Those are the questions you have to ask. But as the spectator, you are privileged to see that Midas has
Upgrade.
10 SCVs and second speed, and has enough for 16 S1 if he wants to. He relied on his unit composition, these 2 pyros, the daemon, in order to kind of play greedy waves 11, 12, and I guess 13. Although he wouldn't have died on 13, but he's able to get to 9 workers really fast, and he's able to hold 14 well enough in order to get his second speed. Now he's able to go up to 11 workers in second speed going into wave 17. Well, Yer's making a lot of pulverizers, and he doesn't even have a second speed at this point. So, Bias, despite the wave 10 leak, has really, I think with this unit composition, or so, taken a really firm lead in this game. Economic-wise, he's safer because his SS is more upgraded. He's just really far ahead in this game, even though it seemed like they were so even after wave 10 once King Midas leaked. So let's see what King Midas is doing. Going DT, Hellion, Immortal. Might be able to get off Medic, but probably not. Who knows? Oh, maybe he probably will be able to get off the Medic. Yer going up to 1600 value because he's expecting this gas bomb on 17. But will he have enough to hold is the question. 4 pulverizers do very well in wave 17. Yer probably getting them, anticipating this wave 17 gas bomb since it's so popular, the gas bomb. So he'll hold, but King Midas is going to turn up once more again. Turning up to 13, sticking on 1500 gas value, while Yer, on the other hand, just getting his second speed right now. He's 40, almost 50 behind in income. He's got higher unit value, but a lot of it's stuck in these pulverizers. And he's like 100 behind in gas per minute. So King Midas definitely knows how to play the mid game, the early mid game, and definitely has good eco going into the late mid game, I would say. Going up to even 14 workers right now. So he's definitely not expecting a gas bomb on wave 19. Or if he is, he knows he'll be able to counterbomb on wave 20 and probably kill Yer. Going to spawn a dragon, 1820, which is okay. So he's playing safe on wave 19. Spawn dragon is a really good tank, and what's it called? Dragon aspect is even better tank, and splash DPS occasionally. So sending Yer these units, saying like, hey, I'm gonna bomb you on 20. Yer actually bombs King Midas with Immortal, Hellion. I think I have one other orb, but with the spawn of dragon, even with spawn of dragon, King Midas leaks, but only 5, 2 creeps, 3 auras. So even though he leaks, he'd be able to bomb Yer pretty hard on wave 20 if he wanted to. Yer's gonna look at King Midas' SS. He's 199 to 200. Like, that's a pretty beefy SS. He goes to 24. King Midas will probably be able to kill it, depending on how many more orbs he adds. King Midas deciding not to bomb, so he's holding on to his gas for maybe a wave 21 bomb, which is what Yer did to him, I believe, in a game past. Not entirely sure. Don't remember exactly which game. Going for the captain for the attack or boost. 8% or 7%. Not expecting a wave 20 repeat, or if he does expect a 20 repeat, he expects it to be very weak, so 1930 would be more than enough to hold, especially with his debuffs solo villains. Yer sees nothing on wave 20. How does he react? He reacts by getting up more SCVs, relying on his unit composition, army value, to hold with 21 in case a bomb does happen. King Midas, though, going for his third speed. Well, Yer, he'll have his third speed as well, but it'll only be with 13 workers. Well, Midas will have 16 workers with third speed when it hits. Midas chooses not to bomb, as he just put into more orbs, yeah. Maxing out improved targeting. So Midas is really expecting it to go to wave 24 showdown, and he definitely wants to be the one on top. Even if he leaks, he plans on killing all the creeps with his max improved targeting stats. And even more orbs, yeah. So when you're confident in your SS killing all of wave 24, you're basically free to eco as you want. It just depends on how much you leak. If you leak too much, you'll definitely need a splash, but that's why he's got some orbs and sub-cannons as well. Sub-cannons, of course, gives your SS splash damage. So going into wave 24, let's look at their gas counts. Yer has 900, while Midas once again 300 gas count lead with 300 more. So 900 to around 1300, which I guess is 400 gas count lead. And with this orb safety, King Midas might just go sub 3000 army value if he thinks his unit composition is good enough to hold with 24.
Upgrade.
Yer's cut his workers at 13, so his Wave 24 gas bomb will kind of be all in, because if it doesn't work, his economy will be too far behind in order to do too much other than go for maybe a Wave 20 gas bomb. But I mean, on Wave 23, he's only got around 2,700 value. He Midas has 25, but he's got tons of orbs. So here is making on surviving 24, making Midas Link a lot on 24, and then being able to drone up safely. While Midas is banking on his orbs to hold any leaks, going a little bit greedier in the late game, and then relying on these solo villains and elite wardens to push back any broodlords with 24. So even though he has sub 3,000 value, he's going for a lot of more cost-effective units in the late game, I would say. See what they're sending. King Mai sends 2 broods, Queen Goliath, tons of auras, lanes. Yer also sends 2 broods, tons of queen, tons of auras, couple wings. Let's see how they hold out. About same army values, both sub 3,000. They're pushing with the broodlords. Broodlords are all dead, but King Midas will still leak, but he only leaks 5 creeps, while Yer leaks 14. Wow. Okay, it's not exactly 14, it's 7, but plus 2 broodlords and 2 sends. So Midas's SS will definitely be able to take care of these 5 High Templar, while Yer, he's got max RR, but other than that, no, he doesn't even max RR. That's King Midas. Sorry, he doesn't have a fully upgraded RR set. Not even 200 attack on his security system. I think he might just die right here. 300. He's fighting, but nope. GG. King Midas takes game number